to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, conceal carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And we are back. Once again, it is Wednesday afternoon, the day before Thanksgiving, and it finds me and Tarver tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. We had us a little trigger time.
Had a little trip down. You know, you really should get that pre-recorded on a
little turkey talk. I should now.
Yeah, you should just have that. One,
Bam.
Two. Then you ain't got to do that. And you ain't got to ever worry about messing it up.
If I can ever not screw it up, I'll just go steal it out of one of the shows.
Hey, you can find it. I don't know.
So you've been good. You feeling better, man?
I'm feeling better.
You're sick. We missed you. Everyone missed you.
I was sick, man. I was ready to make a road trip. I got some kind of bug, and I'm like, okay, God don't want me to make this road trip.
Well, we had your fill-in while you were gone.
Okay.
With his simplicity and elegance. And
we love
everybody
this.
laughed at me for that. But in a way, it works.
So anyhow, you were here, you just didn't know.
Okay, yeah.
You were here, you just didn't know. You just kept repeating that phrase.
I was still a faithful listener.
You guys
because I heard it. But
that's good.
Yeah.
You probably shook your head every time we played it too.
I was even during my off time planning on doing some John Wick tactical time. I was going to test out my tactical John Wick skills.
You run and jump and slide across the work truck hood, or
do it all, man. Do it all.
Did you get any of it done?
Well, I was going to, but they don't have the facilities around here. They got them down south.
Oh,
and it's free.
You were gonna go do that down there?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd have been cool, man.
All you got to do is go to Popeyes and order you a chicken sandwich. Try and get out the door with it.
That's right.
Because people are getting killed over that, man.
Man, that's a good. You ever had that chicken sandwich?
No.
I'm
afraid I'll get killed. It ain't worth dying for.
You got to make sure those John Wick tactical skills are up to par.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah. Should go in and throw some smoke grenades or something before I go in.
Yeah.
Let me get that chicken sandwich.
We did learn something today.
Extra pickles.
We learned that we need to shoot our concealed carry guns.
Yeah, I hadn't shot that thing in years. Well,
we can shoot all our other guns great.
The ones we like.
The ones we like.
But the little ones that we carry is like, I don't like it. Well, it felt ridiculous in my hand after you get used to a full-size gun. It feels good. It feels right. And then you put this little shield in your hand. And
that means it's time that you need to start carrying that full size.
I think so.
That's full size canic.
I think so.
You could dual wield.
I could dual wield with the black and gold. Both of the executives. I had to remember what they were.
Freaking Steelers fan or something over there.
Oh, Saints, man.
Saints. That's why you like those guns. I don't listen to football. I don't follow any of that stuff. But you know what? I'm a free man. I'm a free man. I'm a free man.
The chains are broken.
I got nothing to do but podcast all day long now. That's awesome. We need to start our second podcast.
Everybody sits around calling you. What is the free man doing?
The dishes.
What is he doing?
Vacuuming.
Oh, but only because you want to.
And taking out the garbage.
I just feel like it.
Because I'm bored. I'm getting some quality gym time in.
That's good. Got some range time.
You think it could come out here and shoot more, but
it's a little cold out there.
Oh, it's a little chilly out.
Yeah, a little bit.
Some big stuff happened this weekend.
Yeah, man. I don't know that I saw it in any
Boogaloo
big news source.
The Boogaloo.
Yeah, electric Boogaloo.
Freaking weird word.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell us kind of what happened.
Oh, shit.
You caught it, because we were actually doing a podcast when that was taking place. I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, Whiskey Warrior 556 was, of course, everything's on the gram now. Good grief. So he's posting his standoff with the police that they were coming to take him down over a 30-round mag. And it spread like wildfire. Everybody got excited. What the hell's going on? And then he starts posting videos, and it's like,
So I tell you what, let's keep talking about it. I've got this. It's about 2 or 3 minutes long.
Right.
And I've got his videos that he were posting. I've got the audio.
Right.
Let's take a listen to him because I was like all kind of into this, and then I saw those videos and I was like, ew.
Well, yeah. It hyped up a lot, and everybody was getting excited, and people were showing up by the hundreds, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And they had rally points, and people were good. It was go time. People were Bundy Ranch too, baby. We were.
But they were
the Boogaloo.
It was all because of these videos.
And then the videos came out.
Then the videos came out. So
I don't know about this.
These are some Instagram videos that are strung together, so there is a couple seconds sometimes in between where there might be kind of silence. And just so you know how this works, we can talk while this is playing. And there is some language, so take the little kiddies out of there. Little kids probably shouldn't be listening to this crap anyway. So here you go.
For the record, I have no firearms on me whatsoever. Magazines, empty. Hashtag HSGI, taco, Boogaloo. Whoop whoop!
The hell is that?
I don't know.
Redcoats. Fuck off.
And that's where we get our little gap. It'll come back here in just a minute.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
You in the middle. You on a fight for your life.
Boogaloo. And you're
People
drunk.
are showing up to
I've
defend
got the
you.
high ground. Don't underestimate my power. Redcoats.
And he's drinking every time he says something.
Stealing lines from Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is behind the scenes action. Mildly autistic because, as my handle says, whiskey, warrior, and so, here we are. Crikey. We got pigs on our left and pigs on our right. And we got...
So we got more video to go. I mean, what do you watch these, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean,
Yeah,
what did you think when you saw them? Something ain't right here.
Well, when I saw at first it was this big groundswell. It was a lot of build, and everybody's like, "This is going down. This is going down." People are showing up. I'm like, "Oh, people are showing up."
Right.
This could get ugly. You know, even calling for Boogaloo there. It's come on, man. You know, part 2. What are we doing here? And then I saw the videos, and I'm like, is this dude serious? I don't know how to take him.
He's drunk.
Yeah, and he's woo-woo.
And he's all kitted up.
And he's doing, well, the Boogaloo is from...
Yeah, explain the Boogaloo, because I didn't know what this meant till like today.
Breakdancing 2, Electric Boogaloo. So anything that they now say is part 2 is the Boogaloo.
The Boogaloo.
Which could be Civil War Part 2. The Boogaloo. So he's throwing out lines like this, and he's throwing out, I have the high ground, don't underestimate my power and stuff. That's from Star Wars.
It's hard to take him serious.
Yeah, and it's like, what are you doing? And then the woo-woo, I'm like...
What you don't see is in the Instagram videos, he's like putting like the little like cartoon pigs and stuff in there as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
on the video.
What the hell?
Yeah, and I'm like, brother, you're going to have people showing up ready to fight. What's fascinating is whether this was right or wrong, and obviously something wasn't right there. It's like, brother, you need to just get your butt out of there and get an attorney in. And we found out more later on. You can get that.
Yeah, we'll get that, yeah.
But what's interesting is the mindset.
Oh, yeah.
He put out that it's a standoff, and people started showing up.
People showed up. They were coming from all over the place.
Hundreds of people were showing up.
Big names, like in the 2A community, the big social media guys, they were showing up.
Yeah. Were they showing up to do, a Periscope or something, a live stream, or some people were showing up
ready to go,
fight,
ready to fight. So here, let's listen to the last little bit of this.
An unarmed patriot because you think they're going to come to you, guns blazing, rolling deep in your fortress house. No, they're going to be shiesty, faggots, pussies, showing up at your job. Show up at your job and arrest you.
Slurring a little bit.
Without due process, your constitutional rights. They will humiliate you just because of hearsay. Oh, just doing my job. Okay. How'd that work out for the fucking Nazis? You realize they don't write the laws, but enforce them is kind of worse, right? discretion. Serious question. To the boys in blue, the thin blue line, what's it like to arrest someone on the grounds of high capacity magazines, which 30 rounds is standard capacity, just for the record?
He even gets worse in as the videos go on.
Yeah.
And those videos, I believe, were done in like a timeline there. And we were getting to the more recent one, the later videos toward the end. You could hear him slurring.
Well, at first he was putting out pictures, with captions on it, and he looked serious and he looked afraid, and it's like, okay, it had a lot more. I can see where more people were getting into it, but then he starts talking, and I'm like, this dude is not the one.
Well, and if it's so serious and he's so scared and he's asking for help, and you need to stay alert, why are you in there drinking?
Yeah.
Why are you in there drinking? Really?
Yeah. You'd think you'd keep your mental faculties.
So, I mean, you read more like on social media and stuff. I mean, I read some and I watched it till I freaking fell asleep and then kind of looked at it the next day a little bit. And then there's what are your thoughts on it? I mean, was this the real thing? Are they hiding? No. Are they hiding stuff? I mean,
here's the problem. Nobody trusts anybody.
Yeah.
And the mentality is all right. You know, a lot of law enforcement has had this us against them mentality. People are starting to believe that, and they're like, okay, it's us against them. And you got enough of them that whenever anything happens, they're getting ready to show up. And these ain't the people that you usually, worried about walking down the street. These are, middle-aged patriots and stuff, the people that have flags out in their front yard and stuff like that, the ones you don't quite expect. And people are getting ready. People are getting ready, and they're getting ready to show up. They're wanting to fight.
They're wanting a fight. I think we do need to get ready. We need to be prepared. But they're wanting a fight, so they're willing to drop their hat and show up at anything.
Yeah.
And then you got these morons. This boy who cried wolf situation.
Yeah.
I'm afraid this. Truly, this is just my opinion. I'm afraid that when it doesn't really matter, people are going to show up to something like this. There's going to be a shot fired, and it's over at that point, or it's on, or it's over, or. I mean, it just makes us look like a bunch of idiots, especially if you're just some drunk guy ranting from his freaking attic.
Yeah, I would be if I were to have shown up at something like that, I would want to beat the hell out of this dude.
Oh yeah, because just showing up, whether or not you pull the trigger or anything, I mean, you could kind of be in trouble.
Yeah. Well, another thing, people act off emotion. If you dead set against, I'm taking down the government. All right. Well, you can do that any day you want. You go march, do your thing. But don't jump to conclusions on some stuff like this. Well, that's what happened. People got excited. They got emotional. We're not going to let this happen. People were driving from other states and all this stuff. Man. They were. Some of them had to fly in because they were a long distance. Some of them were talking about.
Yeah, and it's just. So these people that show up, and I mean, we know if it ever truly goes south, right? People say they're going to do whatever it takes. I'm not saying people won't. When they show up to something like this, you got to be okay with shooting federal officers. You got to be okay with shooting police officers. You got to
be ready to die.
You got to be ready to die.
Now, how many of them were showing up to protest or some crap like that? It's like,
right.
You need to be walking into a dangerous ass situation.
Well, I mean,
unless you're ready to die, your life is over as you know it.
You read online. I mean, a lot of these guys are kidding up and bringing ammo. Bring ammo. Bring your rifles. Bring your.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, were they ready to die? Are they? I mean, do these guys?
They were going to find out pretty quick.
Are these just keyboard warriors that overreacted? I mean,
some of them.
I'm not talking bad about this because I think we all need to be prepared. But this is like. I don't know. This was a head scratcher for me, man.
I think you got a lot of mentalities in there, and that's part of the thing that makes it dangerous too, because they all get there and they egg each other on. It's like,
oh yeah,
well, who's going to do something? Who's going to do something? Who's going to do something? And you like somebody's going to be sitting there saying, "I'll do it." And
you got some.
There you go.
Then you got some moron that climbs a tree and picks off a law enforcement officer because he's got the high ground.
Yeah, and the next day you find out what you found out some stuff from his wife.
Yeah, and we'll play this. Now, what this is I found this out today. Now, I don't want to come out and say that this is 100%.
And we don't have definitive anything yet. That's the problem with acting. We don't know still what's going on, and all sides do lie.
Yep.
They lie. The law enforcement lies. They come out, if they shoot somebody, they'll find some, well, he had some pot in his house.
Yeah.
What does that got to do with anything with the shooting? So they all do that stuff. It's all PR. There's a lot of cameras. That's why they have perp walks. I mean, that should be illegal.
Right.
Why this man hadn't been found guilty yet and you do it? It's for elections. It's for PR. It's for popularity. It's for, keeping everybody happy. So they all do their own propaganda.
Right.
But you don't know, and this is what we're starting to hear now, and
this
slow your roll.
Yeah, I got this off of a just kind of credit whoever. I got it off of YouTube. It was put out by a YouTube guy. I think his channel is called 180 Second Ideas, and he's speaking of the Whiskey Warrior 556. His real name is Alex Booth, and I'll play this, and we can just listen through it all the way through.
Here's what we do know, and there's not a lot of official stuff out there, but I do want to share this DM that came in. I did confirm that this individual, A, is a family friend and is up there and connected to the family. I did confirm that, and this is what they said to me, and kind of the way that it was worded here, it's really long. This individual said, hey, Alex's wife wants you guys to know that, wants this word to get out. Again, this is just a story that's coming in over the internet and coming in over social media. But the story that I was told, and I was told this today, is that it's absolutely not a red flag situation. It's absolutely not over a PMAG. It's absolutely not, as we were told, one of his Booth's Army buddies calling it a red flag situation. That this was a clear domestic situation, is what I was told. That it was absolutely clearly a situation that shouldn't have happened. Allegedly, Booth showed up to a house that he was not supposed to be at. I've heard it was the in-laws' house. I've also heard it was the wife's house. I've also heard clearly, and this individual did tell me this, I was told soon to be ex-wife, that he shows up after he'd had a court-ordered order of protection. So a judge ordered an order of protection for the wife and the child. And then Booth shows up to this house where he's not supposed to be, and he's in full kit, full Army uniform. I said the other day that I thought it was a pair of scissors. Y'all said very clearly, and I went back and looked at the pictures. I was wrong. He's got a K-bar knife on his chest. He's in full kit and shows up with an order of protection, and he shows up against that. And he also has this is what I was told, this is hearsay, I'm not saying this, I was told this, has a history of alcoholism and mental illness.
Whiskey Warrior.
And I was told in this DM that she and the child fled, and this entire thing broke out on Saturday evening at a house he wasn't even supposed to be at. The cops were called, and the police showed up for a domestic situation. Now, that is what I was told. I do want to read one short quote from here. He was not legally allowed to enter the premises. Imagine having an order of protection. You're a woman with a small baby, and you find your soon-to-be ex who has known mental health, known alcoholism, and you find him in your home in uniform. And this is this person talking, they feared for that person, and the internet is literally now calling that guy a hero. Can we agree it's a mess? And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, geez Louise, this is a big mess going on. One more quote from here. She, and this is the wife would appreciate if the truth gets out there. So that's what I was told today, and y'all can take that for what it's worth. If you have a comment, you can leave it down.
So there you go. And that's what he heard. Mm-hmm. That's supposedly
That makes a little more sense.
It does make a little more sense. And, she, and I just kind of put this together now. And when you said Whiskey Warrior, he talked about mental illness. Well, I'm going to play the last little bit of the stuff that we have on him. And there's one line in there. There's one where he's like, I'm a little autistic.
Right.
And Whiskey Warrior, and then he takes a drink. So I'll play that. So,
what's it like to know that the founding fathers would shit on you? It's a legit question for anyone that wants to answer. Cops, ATF, FBI, all you. Inquirer minds want to know. For the record, high capacity is 30 rounds and above. Like them surefire 60s, America. For the record, high capacity is 30 rounds and above. Like them surefire 60s, America.
Maybe he didn't say it. I thought he said it on there. But yeah, he had one deal where he talked about he's a little bit.
I think that was in the earlier clips.
It might have been. He's a little autistic. According to his, look at his handle, Whiskey Warrior 556, and then he took a big chug of freaking whiskey. I don't know, man. I want to go with it was a mental problem, and I think I'm leaning more toward what the family member actually called in and said happened. That's where I'm leaning with that. Some people still believe that everything's being totally covered up, and
I'm believing that too. That just fits together better. It makes more sense.
He seemed mentally unstable in his
law
video.
Enforcement was extremely patient. They sat there for 7 hours in their standoff.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to take him out, or
right.
They got the means. I mean, they got
sure.
They can get the people together. They can get the gear. They can run up there and knock your door down.
If it was at the ex-wife's house or wife's house or family member's house or whatever, and he's up in the attic, they know that he doesn't have a gun on him because they probably had reports. And then they probably were able to find out maybe there's like no firearms in the house.
Right.
So they weren't. That's why maybe they were patient. They knew it wasn't going to end up in a shootout.
He was hanging out the window,
waving. He was waving.
And if he would have swung out that window with a firearm, I'm sure they would have went on up in there. But it's what's fascinating to me is nobody believes anybody anymore. There's too many lies being told.
Right.
And nobody trusts any government anymore. You shouldn't trust. I don't know why people have, because there's so much distrust in government and official statements that somebody posts something, and whoever heard of this guy before that?
Right.
I mean, his followers were almost nothing when he
jumped
started.
in like an hour, like 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
10,000 followers.
So they are trusting some anonymous guy on the internet,
right?
More than they are the government, and people are ready to get something on. They're ready to fight. Or they're ready to, I don't know, maybe this is their protest moment. I'm like, look, you better be ready to die, because if you don't die, you're going to spend some time. Your life's not the same. You're not going to go back home. If you go to make stuff happen, it's different. From that point on, you're going to spend probably the rest of your life in jail, or you're going to die.
So I don't know. This was just an interesting situation. There was some other stuff that I didn't get any audio clips from, and I know you didn't listen to it, but I'm going to kind of just tell you about it and see what your thoughts are on it.
Sorry, I'm having a bit of an allergy.
You're fine. You've been sick, man. You had a cold.
No, it's not that. It's
allergies.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
What do I got in here?
I don't know, man. You probably cleaned the place.
Probably. I know there were some people that were talking, kind of interesting. They were talking about a lot of these instructors, okay? Right. These self-defense instructors.
Yeah, that's a classic point right here.
The big names, okay? And I'm not calling anyone out, because you do what you want to do. It doesn't matter to me. But they made a good point. A lot of these guys also run big like Second Amendment social media sites, and so they're pro this, they're pro that, they're pro Second Amendment. We stand up for our rights. We're going to fight. Well, these same guys that are fight, and they're all this training. They're also, a lot of them, because I'll be honest with you right now, in the private sector, there's some money, but it ain't like if you're training like law enforcement, if you're training military, that, my friend, is where the money is at. Right. And you start doing that, so you're training those people that are going to possibly come and take your firearms, or possibly hold you captive in that house because you've got a 30-round PMAG. That's an interesting way to look at it, isn't it? I mean, whose side are they really on? They're training the people that are going to come take your rights away, possibly.
I don't, just from a tactical mindset, I don't understand that anyway. Are you gonna stand your ground at your door? Because that's their battleground, all right? They're showing up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, catching you off guard. They're showing up full gear, 30 people, armored cars. They're ready. They are ready to rock. And that's when you're going to stand up? I never have understood that. It's like you need to pick your battles.
Right.
So I don't know. That's just a side note that always caught me as odd.
Don't let it get that far.
Yeah. Well, if you can help it, you never know when it's coming.
So, but then, and I'm gonna. And I didn't just get into this just to ring my own bell here, but then there's places like Patriot Defense.
Yeah. We
don't teach law enforcement. We don't teach the military. We teach the average everyday dude, the guy that wants to conceal carry. We teach them how to shoot, how to train. Maybe you should support those guys. Maybe you want to support the big guy still. I don't know, but I mean, where's your money going? What is it doing?
Yeah. Well, your guy was ranting pretty hard on that.
He was ranting pretty hard, and I should have. I can't. Yeah, whatever. I should have made that audio clip. But
well, what's funny is this is not a random idea. This is not some kook. This is when you got hundreds and some reports thousands of people showing up. This is starting to get into the psyche of America.
Oh yeah.
This is a tide that's turning. This is a thought process that people better pay attention to.
Oh, it took me an hour at least to go through all the Twitter things on this.
Oh,
well, you sent me that link.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I got to the bottom before I finally just fell asleep.
Yeah, you're not.
Freaking rabbit holes.
Yeah.
I mean, this affected a lot of people.
Yeah, and a lot of people are all talk. But when people start showing up, like I said, some may be showing up to protest. Some may be showing up to, give moral support, cheer, or whatever. Not all of them are. And you get a mob, and the mob start influencing. It takes on a life of itself and can escalate really quick. And what was this? This was New York, right?
Yeah, this is New York. This was
New York,
Putnam County, New York.
People showing up in New York with guns.
Yeah.
That's people. That's not a small matter.
Right. So where's I'm going to ask you this, and you may not know, or it'd be hard to tell, I guess.
I'll lie to you. Tell me.
Where's everyone's line in the sand? How do you know when the time is the time? I mean, I guess each person just has to look at all the details, all the information that you have, and decide, hey, this is when I'm going. This is what I'm doing. I'm going now. But man, the time you get to the airport or the time you get out of state, that information can change.
Yeah, it can change quick. Well,
you don't know what's true.
Well, you believe in some random stuff, and not only that. Once I saw the videos, it's like this don't add up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to you the next day. I saw those videos, dude. I don't know about this.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. And now, that report that was supposedly from a family member, that made a lot of sense.
It really did. It did. So. I don't know. I guess the whole point of this was just to touch on it. It was a big thing that happened, but I don't necessarily have any answers except for just you got to decide for yourself. And if you can afford to run out to every little thing, run out to every little thing. But I mean, you got to be super careful.
A lot of people. That Bundy Ranch was huge.
Yeah,
huge. They hyped. They played that down, and that was a huge moment, and people watched that live. I watched it. I was at work. I never left my vehicle that day.
Yeah.
Because I caught a live feed, and I sat there all day, and I drove home and got right back on the live. I didn't do anything because I just got caught up in it. That was big. Now, law enforcement backed up, and they should have. They shouldn't have come in that strong.
Right.
BLM. Come on, man. What is a BLM SWAT team? What? Come on, man. Really? Squirrels in that kind of danger?
Yeah.
What are you doing? But the flip side of that is they come on too strong. They come off wrong.
Right.
And the man made a real good case. And a lot of people, some people from Idaho, some people from Twin Falls went there. It was one of those moments where you better pay attention to. Now, the flip side of that is when law enforcement don't back down, you got Waco. Right. And Waco, I'm sorry, I don't know what you believe about that, but there's simple little videos to go on YouTube. Waco, the Big Lie, which is probably not the best. A New Revelation, a good one. Rules of Engagement. Watch those. They will. We're talking congressional testimony. This is not stuff taken out of context. They flat out lying from the jump street. It was
right.
Well, what happened is at the time they were talking about doing away with the ATF and joining them into the FBI, and a lot of upper positions were at risk, big budgets were at risk, and they weren't going to have that. So they went in and kicked off all this crap, and they murdered these people. That's what happened. It was flat out murder, all right? And if you defend that, I'm sorry. If you're informed on what happened there and you still defend that, there's nothing I can say to you. We can't even talk.
Right. So
you got those pivotal moments, Waco and then Bundy Ranch, and it's like, yeah, you got some funny stuff happening.
You do, and you can't even. I don't even think you can compare this whole Putnam, New York thing, this Whiskey Warrior thing. You can't compare that to Bundy.
No,
Bundy was.
No.
I mean, it was serious.
Yeah,
it was serious. You didn't have some Yahoo.
No.
Going on about a freaking Boogaloo while he's drunk, roaming around some attic, hanging out the window, playing on Instagram. That's all that was.
Yeah.
That's all that was.
The Second Amendment community should find that dude and just stomp the shit.
They should, and then they should stop and they should take a look at themselves and go,
slow down.
Because like I said, my big fear is someone's going to go there, they're going to pull off a shot, and because you have those people that are just looking for a fight.
Yeah,
they want to pull the trigger. They want to be that person. There's people out there that want something to happen, and if they go that far, that distance, and to that much trouble, and they show up, they may make something happen.
And not only that, like I said, that mob will influence itself. It will feed off of itself.
It will.
And you will, if you'll get there, and if nothing starts happening, and people start walking away and getting arrested or something, there's somebody there that's going to say either now or never. We got to do it. And
we're here.
Yeah. And people need to slow down.
Mr. Boogaloo about ready. He could set off all kinds of events.
Well, there may come a day. That something happens with Bundy Ranch kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
There's just no way to say it. It may happen. It can happen in America. We watch it in Waco. Don't make it happen. I mean,
don't wish it to happen.
Yeah.
Don't make it happen.
Yeah.
We should avoid it. Part of the ways we can do that is by, I don't know,
slow down.
But by elections, pay attention to who's in office. Pay attention at the federal
That's a
level.
tough one, man. Who do you elect? We got Jim Reich up here, super conservative from Idaho, super duper red state, and he's got a bill he's pushing to get Syrian refugees in there. I'm like, good God, but these people, all of them are against us.
Do all you can, and then pay attention to what's going on. I do think that there probably will become a situation, will play out somewhere where we may be needed, but I'm not going to. I mean, just be careful. This whole thing was freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, don't throw your life away over nothing.
Yeah, over nothing.
That's another thing that kills me. It's like, you got problems with the country, so you're going to go fight some guy on the street?
yeah. Some guy on Instagram.
well, it's never mind. I guess I better not go down that road. But all right, say y'all had the big gunfight.
Right.
And you shot up all the cops and you killed them all and you walked away. Did you change anything?
No, not at all.
Yeah. So I can't really comment any further. I'm gonna be taking this.
Yeah, no. I totally.
There's more. Never mind.
We're done. We changed the subject. So, anything else you want to bring up before this is just going to be an extra show, man. That's all this is. Extra show. Right. It may or may not be an hour long. Just me and Tarver getting together.
Rant.
He come over to see how Freeman lives.
I want to see how Freeman lives. Freeman.
Pretty good. Pretty good. So I don't have
20 years younger.
I don't have a job, and I may not have one for the next couple of weeks. And I'm sending the kids to school, the wife to work, and I'm doing whatever the hell I want.
Yeah. Sitting around in your boxes eating Cheetos.
And doing dishes. Eating Cheetos. Eating Cheetos, watching Netflix. But I think if that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
We can make that it if that's what
we can make that. I think we can, and I think we will be back on Saturday, hopefully.
Yeah.
Everyone get out and have a good Thanksgiving, and go out and go shoot with your family. Right? Thanksgiving. Yeah. You used to shoot with your family, right?
That's what we did. We got together at holidays and had a few drinks. And went and shooting.
There you go. Disclaimer.
Yeah. Well.
Hey, whatever, man. I asked, right?
Yeah, that's what we did.
You had to tell me the story.
Well, I told you the truth.
So there you go.
We didn't shoot beforehand, but
So take
sooner or later, after we had a couple drinks, the competition would start and the trash talk would begin.
There you go.
And we were out in the middle of nowhere
shooting gators,
shooting. Yeah, when I say
deer,
I guess that does sound kind of bad, don't it?
It does, really.
Okay.
It does. That's okay though.
Well, I mean, we drank a beer and went out.
Anyway, go out, enjoy.
Don't do that, people.
Yeah, enjoy your families. Eat way too much pie. Eat way too much turkey. Share. Just remember this is an opinion show, right? What we say here probably doesn't really matter.
It don't matter.
We don't matter. We just like
observing things.
And we just wanted to talk into the fancy equipment. So if you like it, subscribe to it, share it with your friends. Find us on Facebook under Patriot Defense. And until then, we are out of here. We will be back on Saturday.